Hi guys, this video is really just random. I guess it's kind of like a part 2 to that bullying of beginner artists video, because honestly I've kind of seen it as much as I thought bullying of beginner artists, it's gonna be like a thing and then everyone stops doing it. No, people have continued to do it, which I find shocking. A lot of these artists are just children. It honestly pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Also, slight side tangent, the word pisses me off it irritates me because people on TikTok have just done it to death. And as a British person, I feel like I can't even say it anymore because it's just gonna be like, oh, is that you're using TikTok slang? And it's like, no, it existed beforehand, please. But anyway, I'm gonna be talking more I'm going to be complaining about the fact that people are still bullying beginner artists, but I'm mostly going to be talking about this in a way to encourage people, because as someone, honestly, I would say early internet was better, but at the same time, it also was kind of worse. Granted, if you were a beginner artist on DeviantArt back in early 2000s, 2010s and stuff, I feel like your art wouldn't really get made fun of. DeviantArt used to be in some areas. I know some other areas were a bit weird with, some weird people. But in most areas of DeviantArt, if you were a beginner artist, you'd have people supporting you, uplifting you and stuff. I'm not sure about current DeviantArt since I don't really upload there, and I don't really do a lot on DeviantArt. I think the last time I uploaded was a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, back in early times of the internet, if you're a beginner artist, I feel like it was just so much easier for you. And honestly, I kind of thank God that I was born in earlier internet times, because if I was a kid in this particular internet times, I'd cry because people are just so mean. And it's not just oh, people are mean, oh, you're complaining that people are mean, blah, blah, blah. It's just opinions. I get that. But, there's opinions, and then there's insulting people's art for, oh, it looks like this. Oh, that's not. Oh, it looks like that. It looks like this. It looks like that. Can you, okay, you can keep that to yourself. You can also just, if you think there's something wrong with, the anatomy in someone's image or something, you can just, give them advice like a basic person would. I truly don't understand. And as I said in the last video, it's really sad to see, because so many young kids and stuff, they're gonna start using okay, this is a bit off topic, but some people have just started fully using AI art and calling it art. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's art, because all you're doing is typing cute anime girl with pink hair into a generator and then getting it generated for you. I don't understand. If you use AI art as inspiration, I do get that. But no, I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of AI art. I'm gonna be so for real. But kids, I swear, they're gonna just it's sad, because they're just gonna be comparing themselves to artists that they look up to, and then they're gonna be oh, my art isn't that good, blah blah blah. And then some people just quit art because the community, is there even a community? I don't know, but just specifically TikTok art, some people have just fully left the app because it's gotten that toxic that people just be making fun of people all the time. And in my last video, I think I kind of touched on it a bit, but it's just it's genuinely it's very sad to see, because you just see a video on TikTok of a little kid, they drew their favorite character, for example Jinx from Arcane or something, and then it doesn't look anatomically like Jinx. It looks a little, I don't know, you know that it's a beginner artist behind the screen, and then you just got the people in the comments tagging their friends and being so mean. And it's when did, I swear, okay, I get the internet was already kind of a mean place, but when did people, I feel specifically now, in this century, and in this 2010 to 2020s type beat, everyone's just getting meaner and meaner and meaner, and we're just kind of normalizing it because, oh, it's fun to be mean, it's fun to be mean. Then it just happens to you, and then apparently it's a problem. And honestly, If you watch this video and take nothing away from it, that's completely fine. If that's truly the mindset that you want to have, that's completely okay. I'm not going to judge you. Well, actually, no, I might judge you, but no, whatever. But mostly, this video is for encouragement. Like, I want like, people to be able to get into art, like, at whatever age, and feel comfortable doing it, and be able to post it whatever social media on the internet, specifically TikTok, because I love like a lot of creators on TikTok. There are so many good creators on TikTok, like, and also, okay, I'm going off on a tiny tangent again. But is it just me, or am I seeing like really good artists on TikTok like not get as popular as they should be? Because I swear, it's like they have like 600 views on a video, which is good. But then you got someone making a funny video, like a funny art video, and then it gets like 1 million views. But then that person who like spent a lot of time on the art doesn't actually get the amount of views that they were hoping for, which it's disappointing. But at least it reached some people. Which, I don't know, it's just a weird thing about TikTok. I think they're promoting more like, I'd say light-hearted stuff, like when it comes to the art community. So like if you're not making like content that's like funny or like about like an existing popular like property, like anime, like some anime property or something, then your art isn't gonna get that popular, which I think is a bit, I don't know. I do have mixed feelings about that, because obviously light-hearted content is good, but at the same time, some people just want to share their art and like become famous, be able to sustain themselves, and it's getting like a little difficult. I do get that. But okay, I keep going off on tangents. I'm so sorry, guys. But like, seriously, we need to encourage people more. Like, even if you think that if you think that you're gonna say something mean, then don't say it at all. And I know that's age-old advice, and it's like, oh, but womp womp, blah blah blah, people are mean. People don't have to be mean, and a lot of the time mean people aren't even mean. They just have stuff in their life that happen to them where they feel they need to be mean to people. Because I'm like a firm believer in like, you're not mean, or like no one's really born evil like that. I'm just a firm believer that it's more like nature versus nurture. I believe that like it's very much nurture. The type of circumstances someone is born in, someone has to deal with during their childhood, teenagehood, adulthood, it can make someone become like mean and like terrible. But I truly think that deep down everyone is a good person, which is why let's support people, younger people who do art. Granted, even if you think blah blah blah, that art looks like this, art looks like that, who cares? You don't need to share it. Like, you don't need to be like, oh, that art looks like this, that art looks like that. Let them be. Damn, like, your art looks terrible at a certain age too. Like, I'm not saying that art looks terrible, but like, your art looked a bit questionable, and you look back on it and you're like, wow, I can't believe my art looks like that. And your art has grown and like developed so much, which is why you need to help like people who are like more self-conscious about their art, like posting online. You need to actually support them so that they can get better. Obviously, I do get the whole critiquing thing, which is like a comment that I actually had on my last video did address that, like critiquing someone's art. But like, they addressed it in a way that I actually kind of like. I really kind of like. If you ask the artist if they want a critique of their art, don't just go around critiquing people's art just out of the blue, because some people might be a little sensitive and some people may not want that. So if you see younger artists, you feel the need to critique, just ask if you can critique their art. Just be nice about it. That's it. You just need, it's simple as that. And honestly, let's just like, this is really sappy and this is really like blah blah blah, but I also just really wanted to make this video. Like, I've had this on my mind for a while, ever since I released the first video. We just need to be more positive towards each other. Like, positivity is good. Like, I don't get this whole, being mean is so fun, blah blah blah. Shut up. Actually, shut up. Like, I'm tired. Like, be more positive towards each other, and maybe you can help each other grow and become better. That's not even only applying to art, that's applying to each other too, genuinely. And that is all I had to say. So, bye now.